Hello and welcome to Valuechain News. I am Naomi Olewibe. First, the headlines. Why Africa will not abandon fossil fuels for now, Dr. Farouk Ibrahim. Bakindo, PIA will bring reforms. Petrol scarcity persists in Abuja despite federal government's intervention. And now, the news in detail. As global climate debate continues to evolve and gets more intense, world energy leaders have stated they need to decarbonize the energy industry so as to protect the earth from impending danger. However, the Secretary General of African Petroleum Producers Organization, Dr. Farouk Ibrahim, has emphasized that Africa cannot immediately abandon the use of fossil fuels. The Apple boss reiterated that priorities of other people cannot be imposed on Africans because economic situation differs, arguing that the process should evolve. He reiterated that the vast majority of Africans have no access to any other form of energy apart from fossil fuels, adding that millions of Africans have little or no access to electricity and any form of modern energy for cooking. Ibrahim further argued that the world did not wake up in the last quarter of the last century to the realization that greenhouse emissions were harmful to the atmosphere, emphasizing that Africa must first address her pressing issues first by ensuring genuine access to energy to the entire African continent. OPEC Secretary General Mohamed Bakindo has stated that the Petroleum Industry Act (PIA) will bring reforms in the oil and gas sector. The OPEC boss, who made the statement in his goodwill message at the ongoing 5th Nigerian International Energy Summit holding in Abuja, stated that the signing into law of the Petroleum Industry Act by President Muhammadu Buhari last year opened a pathway for solid reforms designed to strengthen institutions, solidify regulatory and fiscal frameworks, and attract much needed investment in a sustainable manner.
This highly successful track record of supporting Nigeria's industry took a massive leap forward last year when the then Petroleum Industry Bill was passed by both chambers of the 9th National Assembly of our great country. This long-awaited legislation for the oil and gas sector is bringing about the necessary reforms designed to strengthen institutions, solidify regulatory and fiscal frameworks, and attract much-needed investment in a sustainable manner.
While recognizing the distinguished personalities that graced the event, Bakindo stated that the 5th edition of the Nigerian International Energy Summit comes at a pivotal moment in the history of Nigeria's oil and gas industry. Speaking on the theme of this year's event, Revitalizing the Industry, Future Fuels and the Energy Transition, Bakindo said it encapsulates perfectly the highly challenging and multi-dimensional dynamics of the current global energy industry.
The theme of this conference, Revitalizing the Industry, Future Fuels and the Energy Transition, encapsulates perfectly the highly challenging and multidimensional dynamics of today's global energy industry. We can surely expect some highly insightful and useful outcomes from the deliberations we are about to embark on during this summit.
He concluded by highlighting that OPEC and Africa shares a strong bond that reflects the critical role Africa will play in the future of the global energy industry. Despite the federal government's repeated assurances that petrol scarcity will be over by the end of February, the scarcity of the product has persisted in Abuja, the nation's capital, and other parts of the country. Checks by Valuechain showed that there were long queues in Abuja, mainly because of the difficulty associated in getting supply. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers (NUPEG) also yesterday directed its members to start compiling names of marketers hoarding the product as well as selling above official depot price. National Operation Controller, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Mike Osatuyi, said his members were still finding it difficult to source the product from depot owners. According to him, independent marketers are still sourcing petrol at 190 naira per litre against government's 148 naira per litre regulated price, thus making it difficult for them to sell at 162 naira or 165 naira per litre regulated price. Consequently, many of their outlets were seen shut, while long queues of automobiles took over all available space at the stations. Strangely enough, while motorists had difficulty in purchasing petrol at filling stations, black marketers openly hawked the product in kegs at prices ranging from 350 naira to 400 naira per litre. The federal government has hailed the research, designing and anticipated mass production of the first ever liquefied natural gas (LNG) stove by young Nigerians. The LNG device, which is said to be cheaper, possesses lower risks as it is lighter than air with lower CO2 emissions, would be launched in March 2022. Minister of Information and Culture Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who disclosed this during an inspection visit to Unicorn Hub in Lagos recently, said the visit to the platform with his team was not just to see a great job at the hub, but also to help tell the world what Unicorn was doing. The minister described Unicorn as a true representation of the Nigerian spirit, adding that the surest way to build local capacity of young Nigerians and tell African story is through education. Mohammed hailed the chairman of Unicorn Group, Dr. Akintoye Akindele, for believing in Nigeria and investing in the country. The Ukrainian president's office has revealed that Russian forces have blown up a gas pipeline in Kharkiv, the country's second largest city. The State Service of Special Communication and Information Protection warned that the explosion, which is said looked like a mushroom cloud, could cause an environmental catastrophe and advised residents to cover their windows with damp clothes and to drink plenty fluids. According to AP News, Ukraine's top prosecutor Irina Venediktova said the Russian forces have been unable to take Kharkiv, where a fierce battle is on the way. The city of 1.5 million is located 40 kilometers from Russian border. Acting Director, National Center for Energy Efficiency and Conservation, NCEEC, University of Lagos, Dr. Olawale Ajibola, has raised the alarm over the 50% of profits spent by medium, small, micro enterprises (MSMEs) on energy. Ajibola stated this at the workshop organized for MSMEs in the Southwest with the theme Energy Efficiency, Energy Audits and Energy Management, held at the Center for Management Development, CMD, Lagos. He noted that all over the world, the backbone of the business sectors are the MSMEs, maintaining that it remained imperative that the government focuses on MSMEs for rapid economic growth, as findings have revealed that energy consumes about 50% of profits of MSMEs. To reverse the huge profits spent on energy, Ajibola urged MSMEs to embrace energy efficiency for improved profitability. Before we end the news, here's a recap of our headlines. Why Africa will not abandon fossil fuels for now, Dr. Farouk Ibrahim. Boakindo, PIA will bring reforms. Petrol scarcity persists in Abuja despite federal government intervention. And that's the news. I am Naomi Oleribe. Good evening.